And so as we begin the Gospel of Matthew, we'll see that Matthew is writing about Jesus, but he's writing to a very specific audience, to a Jewish audience. And so if Matthew is writing to a Jewish audience, the first and most important question to a Torah-observant Jew, if you're talking about who you believe the Messiah to be, the very first question is, how is Jesus related to King David? What's his family? What's his last name? Show me the ancestry. Show me the family tree. Because there are very specific promises that we're looking for. The Messiah has to be a very specific person from a very specific family. And a good Jew would know God's promise to David that in David's family, the Messiah would come and reign on David's throne forever. So the question is, who is Jesus' great-great-great-great-granddaddy? What is his family line? Family lines, especially in the ancient world, were absolutely essential. They meant everything. This is the equivalent of your passport or any kind of identification card. And what's interesting is that Matthew is going to make the argument Jesus is the king, Jesus is the Messiah, Jesus fulfills Old Testament promises. And so Jews that would be reading this immediately would ask, well, what are his credentials? What's his legacy? Because they know to be expecting a Messiah. The Old Testament, the whole thing is a story without an ending. There are promises made without being fulfilled. Jesus is the long-expected Messiah. And so this genealogy anchors Matthew into the whole story of the Bible. It weaves it all together. What you have is 66 books, a collection, a library, but it is also one story that runs throughout. It has one voice, one message, one central figure, and that is the figure of Jesus.